Hello, welcome back. Last time, System Repair Bot convinced Mazur to go to the engine room, and nothing good can come of that, so we're going to go elsewhere first. Level-headed. Back in the forest, right, the biodome. Idris is here. What is going on with this? Elinza is here. Thermal regulator. Alright, that's what we're doing. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, the disaster, a bunch of things were messed up, but we don't know how or why. Alright then. Being kept busy. Ugrant is here. Ah! Everybody wants to fix this thing. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Alright. Ugrant wants to do it by the book. Elinza just wants to get it done, however. Oh. Oh. A disagreement. What? It just can't get a word in edgewise. Alright. Alright. That's pretty good, yeah. There we go. Yeah, you two go away. This, whatever you are, we'll take care of it. What are any of these things? Now the words fit. Oh, is this a, got it. Fudge the numbers situation. Okay, yeah, that's true. Fill the crossword. Click a box and select it. If the word won't fit, you may need to turn the problem on its head. Level-headed. Alright, so what am I looking at? A honey factory. Beehive. An illicit escapade. Eh? The fifth noble gas. What? Do I gotta go back to the periodic table for that or something? To bleach. Huh? A senior figure. Okay, so that's a Q. And I'll turn it on its head by spelling it different. How's that? Yeah, normally that's C-U-E, but there's another word that sounds like that that can fit. There's a undo and a reset, which is interesting. Overjoyed and raptured. The ocean floor. So here's the column, the colored column. I think this is probably not what I'm doing. So this is, yeah. This is a cue ball. It is spelled like this, right? I think that's how it is. It's definitely not spelled like this. Or it could be... maybe that. That's probably not right, though. For now, I'm going to put that in. That was the only one that gave me a clear idea of what I was trying to type. If the word won't fit, you may need to turn the problem on its head. Level-headed. Five, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 6, 4, 4. An organic lens cap is like a organic lens cap. I mean, like you're describing an eye, right? Overjoyed and raptured. Happy. A senior figure. The ocean floor. Seabed. Well, no. That just might be... Okay, let's see if this is the pattern that I'm doing. That would kind of track with the other one of this type that I did. On its head, though, that doesn't make sense with the clue. Senior figure to bleach. I mean, what? Dye white. That's not really what that is. Remove color. Sanitize. That's what bleach does, right? It removes colors and it makes things sanitary. The fifth noble gas. All right, I don't know what this means. Let me look up some science materials and try to figure out what this is. All right, so the fifth noble gas, that is indeed a periodic table thing like I thought, and apparently what that is normally written like this. So I'm going to guess you want xenon. And again, that fits the pattern. So I'm reasonably confident in the pattern now. Now I just got to fit all these words to it. A honey factory. Okay. Beehive. An illicit escapade. What's an escapade exactly? Might have to look up some words here. To bleach. Whiten. A senior figure. What, just like an old person? I don't know what you're trying to get at there. This is not enough letters to solve the crossword. Organic lens cap. Oh. No. It's almost eyeball, but that's not enough words. But is it like, is it something in that area? Eyelid. There we go. Eyelid. Lens cap, yes, not the lens itself. All right. Venerated. It could be. Vindicated. No, that doesn't fit. Whoops. Venerated. I don't know that that's what it is, though, but let's see if I can make things fit that way. I don't know what you're trying to say here. Overjoyed and enraptured. Ecstatic. Got it. A senior figure. Fits that. Let's just check if anything else looks to me like it would go here. Sure feels like venerated to me. A senior figure. Senior. No. It's not going to be one of the words that's in here. Elder? Yeah, there we go. Elder. Okay, two left. And yeah, that's an R. To bleach. An illicit escapade. I'm going to look up the word escapade because I'm not sure at this point what it means. Dictionary says, a reckless adventure or wild prank. Where's my cursor? There it is. And illicit is just like illegal or prohibited or not allowed. Okay. Adventure. Prank. It's not going to be one of those words. Illicit escapade. Heist. Crime. I don't know yet. To bleach. Like, that just doesn't give me anything to go on. I mean, it sounds specific, but like, the verb of bleach is bleach. And yeah, that's what it's saying here. How else can you say that? Okay. Well, these might not be E's. Well, might they not? Can anything else... These are both going to have to be vowels. They're definitely E's, like that's the only thing that could possibly fit there. The word is venerated. Okay, great. Doesn't really help me much with these. All right, well, I'll think for a bit and see if they come to me. All right, with a little bit of help from some reference material, I came up with Y10. You use bleach to whiten something. So that fits. But what is a description of an illicit escapade that could fit in here? All I can think of is like heist. Okay, so one thing I know is every one of these has had the like expandable part exactly in the first letter. I ran through the whole alphabet seeing if it would give me any inspirations. Didn't get any. But I think I can assume that that's the pattern. So I need a 2-syllable word at least. Okay, well, I'll run through again and see if I can think of anything, but I'm not getting this one yet. Alright, I thesaurused the word heist because that was the only word I could think of here, and it came up with caper. There we go. I didn't know that word under that definition, so I would never have gotten that one. Okay. And yeah, only Idris would have been able to do this, huh? Mazur managed the other one. I feel like these two would have been too literal-minded to ever get it. Especially Ukrint. Alright. And these two made up. That's good. Hi, Mazur. Everybody wants to check out the dead end. Alright. No, not exactly. Okay, cool. You spawned her. Alright, venerated. Okay, so engine room is the only thing left. I guess we're going there. That's fine. I don't know which letter I just got. I think something in bridge, maybe? Maybe the E. Alright. Plain as day. Here we go. So I've already seen the intro for this. Once the ship's moving again, continue with our mission. Yeah, nobody told you. Connect each red node to each blue node. Drag across the grid to create a room of pipes. Have I done a puzzle like this before? I think maybe, yeah. This isn't the first time. Oops. Okay, so you go away. Red connect to red. We're going to have to do it like this. But everything connects to everything. Oh, say again. Each red node to each blue node. Sorry, it's the other way around. Wait, what? Hold on. So probably this. Oh, I can't have forks in the road. Wait, so what's that going to end up meaning? Each red to each blue. Like I need... No, that's... Okay, there we go. That worked out. It's hard to think about like what things are going to look like here. If I reset... Will that wipe just the pipes off of here? Yes, okay, that's what I wanted. Wasn't too much to redo if it decided to do the other thing. Okay, clearly we're going through there. Right, okay, so there's the rule of what has to go where. I can just solve some amount of constraints without any extra fuss. This is like playing Transneuronica, a game I should come back to at some point. Oops. Okay, so you're right. Every node needs 3 connections. And that's already established. You, wait, but you have possibly 4. And in order to use this space... Okay, I'm not sure about you, red thing, yet. Anybody who goes 4 ways. Gonna guess this is correct. Feels like it would be. Gonna guess this is correct, which would leave that to do that, which sounds okay. This connection is made. That's got to go to this red. That's got to go to this red. Which means... Wait a second. This one's not making it to... That's getting to that blue twice. Not what I want. That's fine, maybe. I think these connections are correct. I think that connection's correct because it's efficient use of space. However, no, that's impossible. It's gonna have to be another way around. Oh no, how will I use... If you can't go... Oh, you can. You go under there. Okay, I forgot that detail. Okay, if you can go under... That feels correct. So then I think I want this. Okay, this red goes to 1, 2, 3 different blues. This red goes to 1, 2, need a third. That's not everything. You are not connecting to what? This? Yeah, that's going nowhere. Can I reroute like this? I believe so. There we go. Okay. Kill everything, and everybody has to go 4 directions. So with that many constraints at the start, it tells me many things. Like it gives me a lot of connections just up front. This has nowhere to go if it goes down, so it must go up. Therefore, this must go that way. Okay. This has nowhere to go if it goes right, so it goes down or left. And I don't know which one yet. Okay. You're already connected to that, so going up does you no good. Therefore, these are going away from each other. This doesn't want to connect to itself, doesn't want to connect to itself, so I know those things now. This is already connected, so these are escaping this way. Has to be. Okay. Can't go up, can't go down, go that way. Can't go up, go that way. Yeah, so I can keep on bringing that out to there, I think. Can't go down because I don't connect red to red, so that's going to the right. Don't want to go down, so you go to the right. Don't want to go down because that would trap you with a red connection, and you are already trapped. Down is valid for this. It would skip going through there, which might be okay. I don't know yet. I suspect more likely I'm doing that and going through here and connecting to something somehow. This goes there. So that's that connection made. Which means I have a pretty clear constraint here. I almost certainly want this rather than that. But I'm not actually sure yet. Okay, so I would create a dead end here if this went any farther right, so it must go down. That's how those connect. You're dead-ended. You need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. That can only go one place, great. And those are already connected, so I don't want these two to join. Therefore, they're going to the right. Don't want to join yourself, so do that. already connected another way, so do this. You can only go here. Extend, extend. Unused underneath that I could use to connect this blue to that red, and that looks like a short path. So just because that looked good, I did it. And I'm going to assume it was a good idea. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You're resolved. 1, 2, 3. You need this to connect here. I could do this. I'm not ready to commit to that yet, though. This needs to go there. Up wouldn't do anything good, so you're going farther right. You need to go here. Up and down don't do anything good, so you go all the way through. Okay. Just because things have to be this way. That establishes those. Okay, I'm pretty sure this means you connect to that, you go through here, and connect to this. All right, and hook those up, probably. You have this. Wait, no, undo. No, that's right. Okay, you here. You here. Connections that are still needed. This, probably, and this. There we go. Cool. Whoa. Okay, everything shook. Elins is here. I fixed the engine. Did we want to do that? Oh boy, yeah, we've done something here all right. System repair bot told me to, and that's somebody I should trust. We were supposed to be holding still. Oh, I see. Well, I didn't have the option. It wasn't open. There wasn't a route to it. We had to fix this to get to the navigational controls. Okay, well, let's fix those too. I mean, nobody explained anything to her. All right. There's nothing around. We're in the middle of space. We should be able to move for at least some amount of time, hopefully. Autopilot, still in previous course, great. So yeah, I don't have to worry too much about navigation, right? We're fine for now, but yeah, we should keep moving. Right? Yes, exactly. Right, so we have to be able to stop once we get there. We weren't particularly close. Dodging the question. But, like, fair enough. You don't have time to explain. Org dub. Alright. Level up. You weren't around. Check the upper cold storage levels. Right, yes, there was some space up there, wasn't there? Whoa! Whoa! More fixing to do. Oh, that's a funny phrase to choose here. That's totally on purpose. Yeah, that's where we're headed. Yep. But we gotta fix the elevator first. That's Elinsa's way of working. Ooh, it's one of these. Oh boy, here we go. Alright. Words are all too long. Dotty. Do I replace something with a period? Definitely not up to code. You have no insight. Fill the crossword. Type in the and the keyboard. If it don't fit, you should at least take a moment to consider its symbolism. Yeah, okay. Dotty, symbolism, so we're going to use punctuation in place of letters. So we did numbers, we did letters, now we have punctuation. Okay. A substance made of multiple elements. Alloy. Well, maybe there are other words for that because I can't do a punctuation replacement in there, right? Sure can't think of one. Perplexed, confounded, confused. Stumped. To suddenly surprise or alarm someone. Oh boy. Like, is that what pilgrim means? And settler is the other word for that, right? There are other ways to describe that, I think. Here's the column, of course, had to be. Sweet creamy pastry filling. Oh boy. Somewhat rare. Uncommon. Uncommon. Alright, there's the pattern. Military officer just below a general. I looked this up recently. Wasn't that major? Or that was in another clue, but like, what do you want me to do about that? Or is it like, okay, major, captain, sergeant, lieutenant. I don't know how to make any of those fit. I might need to look up ranks again because it might not be any of those. Is there a name for that thing? I guess there is, and I don't know it. I know what you're describing. It's just, it's a stick. Baton. But how do I punctuate that? Quantity beyond what is needed. Surplus. There we go. Authoritative orders. Law. That already fits and leaves some room. Authoritative orders. Command. There we go. Commands. Authoritative orders. All right. Alloy. Is not probably what it's looking for here. Compound. There we go. Perplexed, confounded. Confused. That's how that would fit. U could be valid after the M. Only so many letters could be. This is going to have to be a vowel. And I guess we can assume no punctuation goes in this column, probably? Or maybe we need to expand it and the word is going to use the same thing. That'd be funny. To suddenly surprise or alarm someone. Startle. Okay. One who settles on a distant land. I know there are words for this, like more than I'm thinking about, but I'm not really thinking of them. Sweet creamy pastry filling. Cream. Well, it already said cream. That's not necessarily sweet. Pastry filling, what do you put inside those? All sorts of stuff. What kind of pastry? I think if it's a jelly donut, that's jelly. A donut doesn't exactly have a filling. It's made of dough, and it has like glaze on top of it. Other sorts of pastries. I don't know yet. Military officer just below a general. Alright, fine. Gonna have to look up military ranks because I don't know those. Alright, this one's pretty funny. So, the answer is colonel or colonel. But that's not how you pronounce it. Alright, got it. That's what fits. Ron, use my orchestra conductor. If this has an official word and I don't know it, then I'm going to have to look that up too. Let's try a little more. Do I have any ideas what this might be? Not quite metallurgy, no. 2 U's? Meticulous. Okay. Well, that might help. So this does not follow the same pattern of always being the first, the head of the word and level-headed. Level up. Level, wait a second, that's a funny word choice too. I see what you're going for. All the references. I have a guess for this and it's not very good, but just in case it is, this could be scattered. I don't like that. That's standing in for like too many letters, but I don't know, it's approximate. Looks like I wrote scared here. This is iffy. If the thing doesn't resolve when I put in the rest, then this is probably wrong, but for now that's... It's not a great fit for that. But, I mean, it's a word that fits in the space, and it's a plausible way of inputting it. So for now, I'll go with it. My sources are strongly implying that the word here is baton. So this can't be the stand-in. How can I make punctuation stand for in for the beginning of baton? Punctuation do I have on my keyboard? Backtick-ton. No. Apostrophe ton. Bapostrophon. Okay. Comma, period, slash, question mark. Like, the names for some of these... This goes by a few different names. I mean, that's using star instead of asterisk. And then there's this joke. Sure. Semicolon. Parentheses. Baton. Baton. But like... I don't think there's a punctuation called ba or ut. At, though, baton. There we go. Okay. Just had to swirl it around until it made sense. Okay, so 2 or 3 to go if this is wrong. Working on it. This I should be able to get, I'm just not thinking of the right thing. Okay, so this isn't too much of a stretch. What about... candy? Oh, I don't like that because the D is already here. I don't think that's it. Also, it doesn't fit well, but no, I think that's definitely wrong. Here's a better one. Custard. There we go. All right, so 1 or 2 left to go, depending on how accurate this is. Okay, one who settles a distant land. I mean, is it? Pilgrim, and somehow I can represent grim as punctuation? Might have to thesaurus that word and find another one, but like the I fits. Grim. No. 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 no, 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 no. It's like, well, here it's rendered as an opening quote rather than a backtick, which would be a grave accent, which, you know, has the GR in there, but not the IM. Pill end, pill star. I don't think this is right. All right, to the thesaurus. Thesaurus has a much better fit for this. Colonist. Colonist. Okay, and this one is wrong, unsurprisingly. All right, so I'm going to erase scattered. How confident am I in all the others? Compound, perfect fit. Startle, perfect fit. Colonist, perfect fit. Custard, perfect fit. Uncommon, perfect fit. Colonel, perfect fit. Baton, perfect fit. Surplus, perfect fit. Commands. That's the one I'm least confident in, but I think I'm confident enough. So it's just down to one. Perplexed, confounded. Like me right now. How about nonplussed? That's it. Okay. Came up with that one on my own. All right, there we go. No, not in the slightest. Up elevator. Zoom! Whoop! Oh! Good enough. It got her where she was going. Uh-huh. Now you have more to repair. Okay, right. Top of cold storage. 3 blind ice. Okay. Okay, it's one of these. I've done this before. This thing. Storage segments have been deleted. Okay. Wow. And also, wow. Linsa's just in a terrible mood right now. Hates everybody. She's not gonna know. Uh-huh. Okay. Sure. Alright, so next time gonna be this, and that's the final one before going in here, isn't it? Yes, okay. That'll make the bridge shall extend after finish repair, and I'm pretty confident this will not be too big a deal to solve, so we'll get to see what's in here next time. Unless this somehow is a doozy, which it could be. You never know. I'll see you then.